A man who learns to be whole by himself becomes powerful in any relationship. He doesn't walk into love out of desperation. He walks in out of overflow. He doesn't seek someone to rescue him, complete him, or make him feel valuable. He already knows who he is. And that kind of man is rare. That kind of man brings stability, not chaos. He brings presence, not pressure. When a man has done the deep internal work, when he's wrestled with his demons in the dark, when he's faced his insecurities in silence, when he's learned to pick himself back up with no hand to hold, he becomes unshakable. The storms of life don't destroy him. The rejection of people doesn't define him. The absence of a partner doesn't weaken him. Why? Because he's become whole in a world that thrives on brokenness. Wholeness doesn't come from status. It comes from struggle. It comes from seasons of being overlooked, of being isolated, of walking through fire with no applause, no comfort, and no backup. A man becomes whole when he stops blaming others and starts holding himself accountable. When he chooses healing over hiding. When he stops numbing his pain with distractions and begins facing it with courage. That man is not afraid of his past. He's learned from it. He's not ashamed of his scars. He wears them like medals of survival. He doesn't run from his emotions. He's trained himself to sit with them, understand them, and master them. That's a man who no longer reacts from wounds, but responds from wisdom. That's power. When a man becomes whole, he doesn't need validation from a woman, a friend group, or a title. He knows what he brings to the table. He's not intimidated by a strong woman. He honors her. He doesn't compete with his brothers. He encourages them. He doesn't gossip. He guards. He doesn't manipulate. He motivates. Because his identity is rooted in something deeper than surface approval. You can't play power games with someone who's already found peace. You can't control a man who's already surrendered to growth. You can't seduce a man who's already fulfilled in his purpose. That's the kind of man who shifts atmospheres. That's the kind of man who builds legacies. And here's the truth. A man cannot love well until he's loved himself well. You cannot pour from an empty vessel. You cannot protect a woman's heart if your own heart is still bleeding. You cannot lead a home if you're still running from yourself. So when a man takes the time to become whole, he doesn't just become a better man, he becomes a blessing. Not a burden, not a project, not a source of confusion, but a shelter, a covering, a source of vision. Relationships flourish when two whole people come together, not to fix each other, but to uplift and empower each other. Wholeness is not perfection, it's responsibility. It's knowing your triggers and working through them. It's knowing your purpose and walking in it. It's knowing your weaknesses and refusing to let them control your life. Too many people enter relationships hoping to be saved instead of strengthened. But when a man is whole, he doesn't need saving. He's already risen. And that rising came through fire. It came through nights of doubt, years of self-reflection, decisions to walk away from temporary pleasure for long-term peace. It came through learning how to hold himself accountable for his choices and forgive himself for his mistakes. Wholeness is not just emotional, it's spiritual. It means being anchored in something eternal. It means not falling apart when things don't go your way. It means staying rooted in values when temptation calls your name. A whole man is not led by lust. He's led by vision. He doesn't chase what glitters. He waits for what aligns. And the journey to wholeness is not pretty. It's not always inspiring. It's ugly. It's painful. It's quiet. It's days when you feel like quitting but show up anyway. It's facing the parts of yourself that you'd rather hide. It's letting go of false identities, bad habits, toxic friendships, and unhealthy patterns. It's choosing to be better even when no one's clapping for you. It's apologizing when you're wrong and adjusting when you know you need to grow. That's what separates a boy from a man, ownership. And ownership is the soil where wholeness grows. You don't need a relationship to become whole. You need honesty, humility, and healing. Because no woman can give you what you haven't given yourself. No person can fix what you refuse to face. No partner can carry the weight of your emotional immaturity, and no relationship can survive if it's built on broken foundations. The man who becomes whole on his own is not just preparing for love. He's preparing to lead, to protect, to uplift. He's preparing to be the man he needed when he was younger. He's becoming the example, not the excuse. And when he finally meets someone, he doesn't love them from lack. He loves them from strength. That kind of love is rare in today's world where so many seek escape in romance instead of responsibility and self-discovery. A whole man is not perfect, but he's progressing. He's not looking to be entertained. He's looking to be effective. His time alone hasn't weakened him. It's made him sharp. It's made him quiet when necessary, bold when required, and discerning at all times. He's not easily moved by flattery, fooled by beauty, or shaken by rejection. He knows what matters: peace, purpose, integrity, and alignment. And he won't compromise those for fleeting pleasure. So if you're a man who is walking alone, understand this: you are not behind, you are being built. You are not empty. You are being equipped. You are not forgotten. You are being fortified. Take this time to learn you, heal you, confront the real you. Read the books, write the goals, start the business, break the addictions, master your emotions, grow your faith, fix your finances, train your mind, clean your environment. Build your character, because when you become whole, you won't attract distractions, you'll attract destiny. And you won't be looking for someone to lift you, you'll already be standing tall. That's the man who can handle real love. That's the man who won't settle for chaos. That's the man who can lead a family, inspire a generation, and walk into rooms with quiet confidence. That's the man who doesn't need to prove himself. He lives with proof in how he walks, how he speaks, how he treats people, and how he honors his own soul. You don't become that man by accident. You become him through aloneness, through self-discipline, through choosing to rise while others choose to remain the same. And when you become that man, you'll never again lower your standard to fit in. You'll recognize what's real, what's sent, and what's sent to destroy. You'll walk away when needed. You'll speak life where it's lacking. And you'll love, not to fix, but to build. This is the power of a man who has learned to be whole by himself. He's not just prepared for a relationship. He's prepared for his purpose. And that right there is the man the world needs more of.